Hi guys. As you can see, I'm kind of in bed again. This is what happens, all of the snapping, and as you can probably see, I have zero makeup on, not even eyebrows. And not that I'm not fussed, because I always said that I didn't want to be one of those women that like let themselves go, for lack of a better description. I just couldn't be bothered this morning. I had to be at the doctor's for 9 a.m, which meant that I had to get on the bus with not just normal people but children, and one of those things I can do, but at the same time it kind of gives me like so sorry, I just ate. Yes, check out my nails. Let's really I got hooked up in the crustiest shop in Camberwell for 15 quid. Yeah, don't sleep on that. What do I want to talk about today? Impossible to live with you, but I know I could never live. Sorry, I'm listening to John Holt. The album's 1000 volts of Holt. Very, very old school. You should get into that. I want to talk about this whole bounce back thing, and because my doctor today was like, you need to remember that giving birth or being pregnant is the most natural thing in the world. We've been doing it since we were in caves, blah, blah, blah. Totally understand and agree. I don't like the way that celebrity has put pressure on us mere mortal women to like remain slender during pregnancy and then walk out of the hospital with a flat stomach. I really want to talk about that today, because I think a lot of the things, I'm still suffering from that saliva issue. A lot of the pressures on pregnant women are really unnecessary. I don't know how to edit videos, but if I could, I would drop in a picture of Amber Rose right now. I'll put the picture up below this video on the blog, but she's made her first like normal outing since having her son 3 weeks ago with Wiz Khalifa, her son Sebastian, and she's still carrying baby weight. I mean, duh. And the comments were so vicious that I couldn't quite believe what I was reading, especially as every single comment was from a woman. No, she looks like she's pregnant with twins. Look at all the fat on her knees, on her fucking knees. I just thought, are you being serious? This woman has housed another human for the best part of a year, had him 3 weeks ago, and all you can talk about is the fat on her knees. I mean, when the fuck, as women, are we gonna get over ourselves and then support each other? That's my fear. I understand that, of course, I don't want to like be two-ton Tessie. Of course, I'm just too vain for that shit. But what I don't want or need is another woman talking about the weight I have gained to bring another human into this world. As far as I'm concerned, undertaking that job, like, it doesn't get any higher than that. I said to my mum the other day that I had this moment where I was like, fuck, the only reason we are here as humans is to reproduce. Like, that's it. Fuck your promotion, fuck your, your hopes and dreams and all that other shit. Our physical reason is to produce, and that's not me saying that women who cannot have children are less than. I'm just saying that as humans, as like jungle people, our purpose is just to make more people. And so I'm I have a new respect, as you do when you go through something, for pregnant women, mothers. If you've done this shit, and do you know what? If you've done this more than once, I fucking salute you, because you've been through the shit and have deemed it worthy of going through it again for another person. Now that's real shit. Anyway, back to my topic. So it's her. Then we've got Kim Kardashian, who admittedly is expanding this way instead of this way. And not wearing what I feel to be flattering clothes, but to each his own. But again, the whole, look how fat she's getting. Please stop it. I don't know who's going to watch this video. If you're pregnant, I'm not giving you a pass to go and eat 5 packets of Oreos. That is not a pass. Don't take what I'm saying as some kind of joke now. That is no need for you to get out of hand with your weight. Like, behave yourself. But if you are a woman who's never been pregnant, because most of this chit chat comes from ones that have not, hush your gums until you really go through this and understand that weight gain to a point is kind of natural, and you might not lose it as soon as the kid comes out. Then I don't really think you're in a position to say anything. Another thing I want to talk about is blocking out the outside noise and really being sure of my choices. I was very must have a home birth. I don't know what. No, I know what it is. Hospitals have not been kind to those I love. Hospitals have been very unkind to those I love, and so my natural fear is hospitals will either kill me or leave me worse off going home than I was coming in. And as I've spoken to midwife doctors, they've advised that I be in some kind of birthing centre, because having your child at home comes with risks, which is understandable. What if this kid's got like shit in its lungs and, tipping it upside down is not going to work? You want to be around all the shit that saves your kid. I think I understand that, and to some extent I'm willing to take advice. But what you mustn't be willing to do is listen to everything. Too many cooks spoil the broth, and I think too many mothers spoil parenting. Too much advice could actually be a hindrance and not a blessing, because then your thoughts and your wants and your instincts, which are the correct thing to do, by the way, get clouded out by someone else's judgment. And I think that's the most dangerous thing to do. If we're undertaking the most natural force on earth, then it's only natural to listen to yourself and not to other people. Again, it's the what I need, what I should be eating, how much I should be sleeping. And it all boils down to how I feel. If I'm tired, I sleep. If I feel like sushi, I have some sushi. If I want some wine, I have like half a glass. I'm not out here getting drunk, but I'm not out here thinking that some vino's gonna like kill my kid. It's not. I stopped smoking immediately. It was really weird. I always said that by 25 I'd be a non-smoker. I just didn't think it would be this drastic. And I haven't craved a cigarette. I know there are some women who find it hard to give up smoking. Been really easy. But I suppose everyone who knows me would say that I'm not a real smoker. I hardly ever used to buy packets. I just bum fags, which means I'm not a real smoker, whatever that means. And I know for sure that is something that I won't pick up after the baby. Well, let me not say that. Parenting could be really stressful. Anyway, I used to have these weekends with my friends where we just get high on whatever. That's not me promoting drugs, that's just me being honest. I miss that ability to like just block out and not do shit, but at the same time I don't, because I feel like this is another level of maturity where you can't block things out. Pregnancy has made, I don't want to say life so clear, because you can gain life clarity without being pregnant, but it has made me aware of what's going on and the way to deal with situations. And also, like I said in the previous video, it's made me realise that the shit I was fucking with before wasn't even that serious. Like, why the hell was that keeping me up at night? One phone call or switching things around or planning better can stop so much of our headaches. And now I just take better steps to not be kept awake at night. And when I feel like I've done all I can and a situation still arises, I still sleep. Why? Because we're going to fucking die. And if we're all going to fucking die, I don't want to spend the space between birth and death like having panic attacks and not being able to sleep. Cravings, still salt, just salt in general. Love vinegar. I've always loved vinegar though. When I was a kid, other kids on my road used to call me Vinegar Girl, because you could smell me. This is when fish and chips still used to come in newspaper, by the way. and you could smell me coming down the road because I'd make them put so much vinegar on it. So I love me some vinegar right now. Nausea has died down, thank God, because I didn't know how much more of that I could take. I'm feeling very achy in my upper things. As a runner, you'd think I'd know what these called, like around my hips and my thighs. They're very achy. Doing all this like pregnancy yoga, have switched up my workout routine to do longer walks and lighter jogs. And just like having fun with it, relaxing into the moment, not being overwhelmed or overworked. Every doctor I meet is like, good news, huh? And I'm like, I pause and then I remind myself, yes, it is good news. As I said before, I'm not 15. I'm not uneducated. I'm not on the breadline. I'm not. And guess what? Even if you are 15, uneducated, and on the breadline, you could still make a fucking awesome mum. Because I've seen it happen. Children, your own child will pull out shit in you that you didn't even think you had. Every day I'm becoming a more refined human being because I'm not just here for myself. And so now my maturity is selfless. It's not because I want to appear mature to others. It's because I want to appear mature to my child. I want them to spend their first 10 years not knowing about certain stuff, and that's not me trying to hide it, that's just me trying to be a parent, and again me trying to provide a better life. There's no point in having a kid if you don't want them to exceed the things that you have done, exceed your standard of living, exceed your spirituality. I think for everyone that comes into our family, they should be taken to the next level. I love the level I'm at now. I'm very excited about the level that this child's about to take me, and I'm excited to see the level that the kid goes. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I think. Yeah, and he's making my skin really oily. Like I didn't have enough issues in that area. So yeah, that's my update. I don't know what I'm gonna call this video. I really wanna call it Really Bitch. Like, you really gonna judge me for some weight, bitch? But you know, I may not. And like I said, the soundtrack in the background is John Holt's 1000 Volts of Holt. Really good sing-along shit. I love John Holt, so, you know, guilty. And I'll re-up in a couple of days.